Welcome to the Coach's Corner. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick. My guest in the studio today is Mark Poth. He's the head coach of the Big Bend Community College Runnin' Vikes. Thanks for stopping by, Coach.
Hey, it's great to be here, Bob.
Great. First of all, I just want to kind of give the viewers a little insight as to who Mark Poth is. So tell me, how long have you been the head coach of the Runnin' Vikes?
I'm starting my 27th season, believe it or not,
wow.
and you know, I enjoyed every one of them, and it's been a pleasure to work in such a great institution with great young men and solid assistant coaches, so I've been very fortunate.
I'm kind of curious as to what's the driving force that has kept you around the program for such a long time?
Well, I think it's probably been relationships, to be honest with you. I've coached at the high school. I was a Division I assistant for a couple of years. Came to Big Bend and really didn't have a lot of intentions to stay very long. I actually told my wife, don't make many friends. Thought we could kind of turn the program around, and I kind of wanted to get back to the Division I level. But I really enjoyed Big Bend. I enjoyed the community. The people on campus were great. We were able to turn things around and win a few games, and I just felt it'd be a good place for me to, you know, establish my career and finish out my career at Big Bend.
Well, I'm sure that everybody is happy that you stuck around because you've turned that program into quite a success there at the college. You finished last year, I think, 13-1 and was the NWAC East Region champion. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then you went to the postseason. How did you do in the playoffs?
Well, you know, we had kind of a bittersweet postseason. We opened up with Lane the opening game and had a solid win. Next night we played Whatcom and beat them. Third night in the semifinals we played Chemeketa. Had a pretty healthy lead going down the stretch and let it slip away. It was a tough defeat. So, you know, we've made it to the Final Four the last 3 years in a row. We just need to see if we can take it one step further this year.
That's great. So what do you think it'll take to not only defend your championship or the league title, or the conference title, excuse me, in the East Region, and then get over that hump to maybe bring home a championship for Big Bend?
You know, we're trying to get our guys just to play every play. Not worry about the score, not worry about the opponent, but just get down and play every play on both ends of the floor. We feel like if we can do that, wins will take care of themselves. But our focus isn't so much about winning this game or that game. It's sometimes that inner battle we have inside to be able to give 100% commitment on every play. And we feel like if we can get doing that consistently as a team, we won't need to worry about the wins and losses. They will naturally occur from that effort.
Well, and you have quite a few wins over your career. I'm told you have 527 as head coach of the Runnin' Vikes, which to me it's truly amazing. I mean, that's a lot of wins.
Hey, Bob, I want you to know I haven't scored a point yet. I don't have an assist or a rebound. And
right.
In 27 years, I've been fortunate to, you know, associate with good young men that have been quality student athletes. And, you know, good players make good coaches. Poor players make ex-coaches. So I've been very fortunate to associate with great players and great assistant coaches.
Well, you're pretty humble in that respect there for that answer that you've given me there, and I understand where you're coming from, but you know, to have that much continued success, especially at a two-year institution, you must be doing something right and getting the right message across to the players there. So
well,
what's your secret there?
Well, I think we have a system, and I think our kids play hard. I think they play smart and they play together. And we feel like if we can bring in high-character young men that have a desire to make some sacrifices, because every player in our program has to make sacrifices, not only on the basketball court, but in the classroom, and also just in their social life. We have a high standard at Big Bend, and I tell every young man we recruit, might be different than any other college experience, you know, you could have. We expect a high standard from our players, and when they do that and give the effort, we feel like we have a formula to be very successful.
Okay, you obviously in a two-year institution, you lost some key players, and you have some key players coming back. So can you tell me maybe who the team might be looking towards this year for veteran leadership?
Well, we have 3 players back from last year's team. We have Brendan Westendorf, who last year was the league MVP. He was also freshman of the year. He was also one of the top players in the NWAC. Might be the best player in the NWAC this year. player with great overall skills. He can shoot the ball, he can drive it. He was also first team all defense last year. So obviously when you have a player of that caliber, you know, he's going to make a lot of other players better around him. So we really look for Brendan to have another great sophomore year and to really be our leader. We also have Kevin Walker, who's probably has the biggest motor of any player I ever coached. I mean, when he's out of practice, I get depressed because it just seems like the intensity level drops. But he's a young man that has one speed and gives you everything he has. He was all defensive last year, first team all defensive team, and going to be a really good player this year. We also have Bryce Perez from Moses Lake returning back. Didn't play a lot, but he's really one of our captains. He's a great teammate, works extremely hard, great attitude. And we brought in some other kids that I think will complement them. And I think depth-wise, it could be one of our better teams. Our secret's going to be staying healthy, playing hard, and if we do those two things, I think we're in position to make another good run.
What kind of characteristics are you looking for in your recruits that you bring to Big Bend and how they'll contribute to the team?
Well, the speech I give him is this, Bob, all right? Bob, you come into Big Bend, you got to go to class every day. I can't have you drinking. I can't have you smoking pot. I can't have you doing drugs. Mm-hmm. If you want to come in and work hard and be in a good atmosphere where we really do emphasize that and care about that, and you're willing to make that commitment, then Big Bend is going to be a good place for you. If any of those things are lacking, Bob, then I'd tell you, you can go find that college that's going to fit your niche. But that's our niche and the way we do things here. So if you don't fit into that environment, then do not come to Big Bend. And I tell every young man I recruit and the parents that exact message.
Well, and that's been a pretty good formula for success, and you really do have to have all your wits about you, you know, when you're coming into a program or going to school, and you want to be your best, so you don't want any of that stuff inhibiting you, for sure. So it's worked out real well for Big Bend and for yourself. And you know, we've got a while till the regular season gets underway. You've got a lot of tournament play coming up. You've got the Big Bend Holiday Classic to play before, you know, the season starts in the meantime. So is it too early yet to get a feel for how the team's kind of shaping up right now?
Well, you know, we've had a few scrimmage games. We feel good about that. We've had a lot of injuries this, you know, pre-season time. So we're battling with a few key injuries. But when we're healthy and everybody's playing, we look like we're a pretty darn good basketball team. So I'm encouraged by that. We have good depth coming off the bench. So I'm excited about this year and think we're going to be there again.
Okay, and then you host Yakima Valley Community College in the first league game, and I know that's quite a ways off yet, but still, that's the target to point to open the season. So,
yeah, you know, Bob, I didn't even know we opened up with Yakima.
Well, that's what the
I'm
schedule
worried
says.
about my alumni coming in 2 weeks. You know,
Yeah.
We're bringing back the tight shorts and the tight jerseys.
Throwback look.
And it's going to be a great game. So my focus right now, to be honest with you, is get my guys ready for the alumni game.
Sure.
And from that, we'll worry about the next. But it's going to be great. League's going to be very competitive this year. A lot of real strong teams in the East, and I'm glad we have that high level of competition because I think it'll prepare us better for the NWAC tournament.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching you guys play. I saw both the ladies and the men play last year. Real exciting ball to watch, and should be again this year. Thanks a lot for stopping by today. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Bob.
And that's going to do it for this segment of the Coach's Corner. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick for I-Fiber One Sports.